What's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power. I've got a couple of interesting stories for you guys today. Now, obviously, this is a little bit later than I typically record a video or post a video, and that's because I'm in Columbus now. I'm at the Arnold Classic. This is day one for me at the Arnold Classic 2023, so I'm a little bit late posting this video, but I'm not going to let you guys down on these updates because there's a lot of them to talk about today, and stay tuned for the last one because I think it's really interesting. But the first one, we got to talk about Ramon Dino. This guy looks absolutely incredible in all the latest updates that he's been posting, and he posted a lot of them today. He posted one at the weigh-ins, a front double bicep just with his shirt off. Then he posted another video without a layer of Pro-Tan on. Then he posted another video with Pro-Tan on, and this is all one day out. He's stepping on stage tomorrow. However, maybe by the time you're watching this video, he's stepping on stage today. Ramon looks awesome. And everybody that saw Ramon, I didn't make it in time for weigh-ins, but everybody that saw Ramon in person at weigh-ins that I talked to, they said there's no way this guy's losing. A lot of people that really like Urs, that were at weigh-ins and saw both Urs and Ramon, they said, man, there's no way Urs is going to beat him. So this, to me, makes things more interesting. I really am excited to see this classic physique battle tomorrow. Right now, it certainly seems like Ramon is the favorite to win, and I got to say, his conditioning looks on point. And you already know he's going to be one of the biggest guys in that lineup because you saw him go toe-to-toe with Chris Bumstead, who I think is the biggest guy in classic physique right now. So you know he's got the size. His conditioning looks – he just looks crazy in these updates. And I would honestly be shocked if we don't see Ramon pick up his first major title victory here at the Arnold Classic 2023. I got to say, we really got to hand it to Ramon here. He looks very impressive. It looks like he did everything right. And we might – I'm tempted to say that these updates look so good, we might even see a better version of Ramon than we saw at the Olympia. That's how good I think he looks in some of these updates from a conditioning standpoint, but he still looks full. He still looks big. I think it's going to be a very, very dangerous package that he's put together for this Arnold Classic. So let me know in the comments below, what are your classic physique Arnold Classic predictions? Now, next up in the news, I want to talk about these physique updates from Big Ramy. So a little bit of a caveat here. I did reach out to Chad Nichols, and I did reach out to Dennis James, and I also reached out to Ramy's physical therapist to try to confirm around when these photos were taken. So the guy that sent me these photos, he was a guy from the UK, actually. So 3 photos of Ramy. He said these were from February 18th. His Instagram was IQ Fitness Altrincham. So his story was that these pictures were taken by Mo Fuda, who is another IFBB pro bodybuilder, and they were taken of Ramy when Ramy was in Dubai right before he came to the States. I guess he goes from Egypt to Dubai and then to the States. So that was the story, and he said they were from February 18th. Now, I reached out to Chad Nichols, and by the way, February 18th would be 2 weeks out of the Arnold Classic. So then I reached out to Chad Nichols, and Chad said, yes, they are recent. They are from this prep, but Chad said he would be leaning more towards them being from January than February. So maybe a month out instead of 2 weeks, or maybe 6 weeks instead of 2 weeks at the most, because he said he thinks that Ramy looks bigger here and that Ramy is leaner right now. Now, I asked Dennis James the same thing, and Dennis said, not sure where that pic is from, but must be an older one. He sent me pictures yesterday, and he's better than the pic you sent. So obviously, the reason why I wanted to get confirmation on whether or not these photos were recent is because I don't think they're great photos of Ramy for 2 weeks out. I'm looking at the midsection, and I'm seeing still kind of something wonky going on there. It still seems like there's not distension, but there's just something not right with the midsection. And in the legs, Chad said in a recent interview that the dents, the divots, the issues with Ramy's legs and his quads were completely gone. But in these pictures, you can still clearly see those dents and divots. And like Chad said, if it was from January instead of February, maybe that was before Ramy got the stem cell treatment. Maybe that was before these improvements that Chad was talking about. But again, the story that I got when these pictures were sent to me was that these were from February 18th, which again would be around 2 weeks out from the Arnold Classic. This, to me, if this is really 2 weeks out, which it sounds like Dennis didn't think it was, and even Chad said, like I said, it might be January. But if it was 2 weeks out, I would be worried about Ramy. Because if you look at Nick Walker or William Bonac, or like these guys' updates that are also competing, they look way ahead of him. If you look at Nick Walker's updates from 2 weeks out, he already had striated glutes. He already had all this crazy detail on his back. And Ramy just looks off in these updates. If they are 2 weeks out, I am concerned about Ramy's chances at redemption here. And in addition to that, that interview that you had with Chad Nichols, he was saying something to the effect of, the goal here isn't necessarily to win the Arnold Classic. It's to show the improvements that he's made from the Olympia to now. Then we're going to show off the final version of Ramy, the fully, completely fixed version at the Olympia, but we want to show off the improvements that he has made here at the Arnold. And then Ramy said something to the same effect, that the goal isn't even necessarily to win, it's just to show that he's improved, which to me, when a bodybuilder says that, it's not a great indicator that they're going to win a show. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you think these pictures are recent as February? Again, the date was February 18th that I was told, and then his coach Chad said he thinks it could be February, but maybe January, so that's confirmation that they're likely from this prep. And then Dennis said he thinks it's old because Ramy looks tighter, and then Ramy's physical therapist thought they were old as well. But again, the date that I'm being told is February 18th, which would be 2 weeks out. And we haven't seen really any physique updates of Ramy from the front. I don't think we've seen any from the front this Arnold Classic prep. And this is really all we've seen. So this, to me, is a major update if it is recent, if it is from the Arnold prep, because it's a lot more than we've seen from Ramy and Ramy's camp going into this show. So let me know what you guys think based on these updates, assuming they are from the Arnold prep, which it seems like Chad confirmed. How do you think he's looking here? Do you think he fixed the issues that he had at the Olympia? Because it seems like the judges were really trying to send Ramy a message that they were displeased with what he's bringing to the stage. They were displeased with his physique. So is this, what you're seeing in these pictures, does this look like he's fixed those things that the judges were telling him to fix? In my opinion, no. But again, you can only really see kind of from the sides. So you're not seeing the back, so you're not seeing really the issues with the lats as much. And we did see one update from Chad about the lats. But what do you guys think about these Ramy updates? Because I also talked to somebody else that was at the weigh-ins when Big Ramy weighed in, and they said that Ramy looked crazy. They said his face was crazy sunken in, and he looks like he's going to be in crazy shape. So who knows? Anything could happen, and I think that's what makes this show so exciting. Now, we also did get a physique update today from Samson Dauda at just 1 day out from taking the stage at prejudging tomorrow night, which, by the way, I will be there doing the pre-show portion of the commentary with Fuad, Dennis, and Arnold Friday and Saturday night. So make sure you tune in for that. Buy the pay-per-view, code NSP10. If you want to save some money, $15 off is what that will get you. It's $60 full price. Code NSP10 will get it for $45. There's a link in the description box below, the FanMio link. That's where you can buy the Arnold pay-per-view right now, pre-sale. So if you want to support the channel, you want to support the Arnold, you want to support the Governor himself, that's the best way to do so, and make sure you use that code NSP10 when you do it. But this latest update from Samson Dauda, he looks insane as well. And I got to say, what a year Samson has had. The past year competitively for Samson as a bodybuilder, I think he's really made a mark. I think he's really made a name for himself, and he's really made a big impact on professional bodybuilding. I think a lot of people are looking at him going into the show, especially before we heard about Nick and Ramy. He was the favorite to win this show. He's the highest Olympia placer before the announcements of Nick and Ramy, and I think it's a big deal. I think Samson does have a shot at being a top 3 finisher here. I think Samson does potentially have a shot, yes, I'm going to say it, at winning. I think he could be a guy that pushes Nick. I really do feel like Nick Walker is on paper and based on the updates, the favorite to win this show. I really do believe that, and I would be really surprised if he doesn't. But I think Samson is a guy that, because he has such strong points that are not necessarily Nick's, he's taller, he's a little bit more aesthetic, he's got a more pleasing look to his physique, he flows a little bit better, but Nick is more of a mass monster. So Samson, even though he weighed close to 300 pounds, I think he posted his official weigh-in was 297 pounds. Maybe that was last night, maybe that was yesterday. But he has these strong points in areas that Nick might be a little bit weaker. But Nick is just a mass monster conditioned freak that I think would be extremely unlikely for him not to win the show. But Samson, I think, has some attributes that make him a guy that could push Nick. And I would not be surprised if he found himself in the top 3 at this show. I really wouldn't. He looks incredible. He really does. So that's going to wrap it up for the video tonight, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. There's going to be a lot more over the course of the weekend, probably some interviews too, depending on what we get into. But I enjoyed meeting all you guys that I met today. I enjoyed catching up with some of the bodybuilders, including Patrick Moore. It was good to talk to him. This going to the Arnold Classic always reminds me why I fell in love with the sport of professional bodybuilding. This is what I enjoy about this whole thing. The Arnold Classic weekend is an amazing experience. You get to meet all these awesome people that have a similar interest to you. You get this opportunity to kind of rub shoulders with the pros that are competing that you're a fan of. You get to meet all the guys that you follow and watch on social media. And this really is what it's all about. And this really is, to me, I think the Arnold Classic weekend, the weekend as a whole, is the pinnacle of the bodybuilding experience. I know the Olympia is the biggest title in bodybuilding, and that's a whole nother thing. But I think as a bodybuilding experience, the weekend at the Arnold Classic, I think, is what it's all about. The number of fans that show up to support this show is incredible. Everybody's so nice. It's so fun to talk to everybody. Everybody's so into what's going on, and everybody wants to know, what do you think about this guy or that guy? Everybody wants to talk about the lineup. This is just one of the most fun weekends as a bodybuilding fan, and I got to say, I hope to meet a lot of you guys here this weekend. Let me know what you guys think of the Arnold Classic lineup, all that stuff. Like and subscribe, buy the pay-per-view. As always, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Nick Strength and Power signing out. All right, guys, don't forget to click that like button and subscribe to this channel if you enjoy the content. Also, check out my Instagram at Nick Strength Power. My Facebook page, which is simply Nick Strength and Power. My secondary YouTube channel, Nick Strength and Vlogs, for vlogs and bonus content that you will not see on this channel. And consider subscribing to my third YouTube channel, Nick Strength and Pokemon, which is all things Pokemon and trading card games, completely unrelated to this channel. So if you're into that, give that one a look. And all links to merchandise and social media will be in the description box below. If you guys want a Nick Strength and Power t-shirt, that will be in the Shopify link below. Have a great day.